Hello, friends. I'm Ram Gopal, Senior Engineering Manager at the Magnum Group. I'm talking with Lucky Balaraman, Executive Director of the Magnum Group, about the latest developments in the mobile web. So, Lucky, what do you have for this week?
Well, one of the important news items of the week is that Microsoft has relaunched its mobile portal. Basically, a portal is a web page which contains a whole lot of things like news as well as services like email and search. Now, it has a special portal configured for mobile phones. How is it configured? Well, for one thing, it fits on the screen of your mobile phone. If you try to look at a normal website on your mobile phone, most of the time the page is not the page of the website is not going to fit on your mobile phone. It's going to be very big. You're going to have to be scrolling from left to right, from top to bottom, etc. But what this Microsoft portal does is that, number one, it detects what kind of phone you have. And once it's done that, it sizes the portal page to fit nicely on your mobile phone's screen. It has just come out with a fresh version of that portal. Why is Microsoft doing this? Microsoft is doing this because on the horizon it can see a pot of gold approaching. And what that pot of gold is, advertising revenue. The fact is that there are big bucks that are going to come from advertising on Microsoft's portal page. By the end of 2007, advertising on the mobile web is supposed to generate $3 billion of revenue. And by 2011, this is expected to grow to $19 billion.
Wow, that's a very big money. It's almost 6 times.
Yeah, that's big. That is very big money. And that's why very big companies are going after the mobile web. Of course, Google and Yahoo are also trying to get into the game.
Here, I would like to know whether the cell phone size also will increase.
Well, right now you do have cell phones with different screen sizes. You have the basic voice telephone, which has a very small screen and maybe even shows you black and white. Usually that doesn't have web access. Then you have feature phones, which have got larger screens, which might be able to surf the net also. And then you have smartphones. For smartphones, you can download software from the internet and load it into the phone. And then you have PDAs. PDAs are basically like they are pocket computers, and telephoning is just one of the things you can do with them. Their primary application is word processing, spreadsheeting, etc. So you already have phones with different sized screens. I'm thinking that because the use of the mobile web is going to increase, screen sizes are going to increase. They are going to increase, and probably more phone models are going to do away with the physical keyboard and replace that with just a joystick.
Well, what is this buzz we are hearing about YouTube and the mobile web, Lucky?
Well, the buzz is like this. Now, YouTube is sending some of its videos to your mobile phone. It's taking the videos which it thinks are the best, and it is reformatting them to make the file size smaller. It's reducing the resolution, for instance, and then it's making it available on your mobile phone. This is experimental at this time. And if the user response is good, then they are going to make their entire catalog of videos available on mobile phones. Let's talk a bit about mobile phone browsers now. You've no doubt heard about the Opera Mini browser. Well, the Opera company has come out with version 4 of the browser. It's in beta right now, and it's codenamed Dimension. So how is it different from earlier versions of the Opera Mini browser? Well, for one thing, in earlier versions, if you were looking at a web page and the web page had several columns, the Opera Mini would reformat the page into a single column to fit it nicely onto your mobile screen. In version 4, what's happening is that you see the entire web page on your mobile screen, of course in greatly reduced form. Superimposed on this reduced page, you see a zoom window, which has an area of about 1/10 of the reduced page. You move this zoom window over the page until you reach the area that you want to enlarge, and then you enlarge it. At this time, I don't know which command you use to enlarge it, but I'm sure it's something very simple, maybe just a press of the joystick if your mobile phone has one. You can scroll a page up, a page down, a column to the left, a column to the right, all by pressing single keys. Opera calls this power scrolling. It's being hailed by reviewers as the best mobile browser on the market. And the great thing is, it's absolutely free. Download it at www.operamini.com/beta/. I got to tell you something about that download though. I have a Nokia N73 and the wireless carrier I subscribe to here in India is called Airtel. I subscribe to Airtel's GPRS service. I pay a flat monthly fee for browsing as much as I want. The fee is actually around $8. Must be one of the cheapest flat broadband fees in the world. The trouble is that fee does not include downloads. When I tried to download the Opera Mini 4, it said, sorry, you can't download. So after digging a bit, I found that the Opera website allows you to do the download into your PC, and then they ask you to transfer the file from your PC into your phone and then install it using the phone's application manager. So I did that, but the only trouble is the download which they sent to your PC is not the Opera Mini 4, it's the old Opera Mini version. So I've just installed it in my Nokia phone and I'm using it, and it looks like it's pretty slow, and of course I'm seeing everything in single column format. Maybe I'm not using it right. Perhaps within the next day or so I'll get the hang of it. Maybe I'll also subscribe to Airtel's WAP service, which is another $3 a month, and try and download the Mini 4 into my phone, for which I'll have to pay a download charge. Yes, I'll just have to add it to my 600-foot high pile of things to do.
Have you sent Opera a message about that?
No, I have not. And I'm just hoping that the hundreds of people working for them will figure it out on their own.
What if a virus gets into your phone when you download stuff into it?
If that happens, you're in deep doo-doo, man. You know, I've been thinking, I'm not aware of any antivirus program for mobile phones. I'm sure they must be out there somewhere, but they're just not publicizing themselves. That's going to be a good emerging market. Hey, you antivirus guys, are you listening? Some more interesting news. Now that the mobile web is exploding, similar to the Big Bang at the beginning of the universe, many companies are rushing in to provide services for retailers who want to sell things on the mobile web. There are companies that provide total mobile web responsibility for you. They design your site, they host your site, and they operate the site for you. That includes making arrangements for payment processing and for providing you with statistics. The concept is very similar to that of a Yahoo store. Emporia.com is one such service provider. That's MPORIA.com. This week they announced that they have integrated PayPal.com into their offering as the payment mechanism for the websites that they host.
Does PayPal charge a fee for paying a merchant?
Nothing at all. It's free for buyers. Sellers pay something for each transaction though. Talking about the integration of payment services into mobile sites, Verizon Wireless has tied up with OboPay to enable financial transactions within its bundle of websites. Verizon operates what's called a walled garden. There is this clutch of websites which you can browse and transact with, but you can't get out of that clutch. Personally, I don't think that's going to last very long. Internet service providers tried the walled garden concept with the desktop internet, but very soon users broke down the wall and set themselves free. OboPay requires that you sign up for a prepaid MasterCard, an OboPay MasterCard, after which OboPay operates your card balance on your behalf like a bank account.
Thanks for the news, Lucky. Keep feeding us with it.
My pleasure. Oh, and yes, to get to know more about the products and services related to the mobile web that we offer, go to mobiweber.com. That's MOBIWEBBER.com. Thanks for listening to this. Have a nice day. Be back again next week. Bye.